everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 2nd of October. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot for this reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of and what the energy is about and how you can use that to your advantage. So the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Son of Swords. Number-wise, we've got 4 and 4 is 8, and a page card is 1. So that's 9. 9 is about spirituality and completion. So immediately, the answer to resolving the problem of the day, before I even look at the cards, is to, in the morning, close your eyes for a moment, connect with your higher self, and just say, help me today. Be with me today. Guide me. I'm hearing you. I'm looking for symbols. I'm working with you. Let's do it together. That's really going to help. Four of Pentacles is the tendency we have as human beings to hang on to things, to hang on to old resentments or grudges. Same thing, really. Also, the fanatical and obsessive desire to safeguard money and to in a miserly way, kind of protect your money and really keep it locked down, and using a lot of your energy to maintain what is, rather than focusing on growth in the future and what you could do. It's a very strange energy because it goes against nature in a way. Everything on planet Earth changes and evolves. If it doesn't change, it's dead. So trying to maintain everything as is, you're always fighting a losing battle because it's never going to be the way it is. Things aren't the way they were 2 minutes ago when they started talking. They are the way they are right now because we're always living in the present. So you may have a tendency to really, first of all, isolate yourself, to feel very secure because of that, and to feel you have your own secure platform so that you're really free from other people, free from humiliation, from asking, from, if you've ever had to ask for money, it's an uncomfortable feeling. As far as money goes, and as far as people getting touchy goes, when you bring up the subject of sex and money, people clam up like shells, like mussels. There's no people have such, that's where all the weird stuff is, in those two areas usually of life. That's where people act out their shadow side a lot of the time. So today, if you're feeling secure in terms of your finances, and you feel rather entitled, and you feel like everything's great, but I have to work to maintain it, then the better thing to do would be to realize that the money you've got in your life has come in because of past decisions you've made, and the decisions have been guided or they've not been guided by your higher power. So just relax about money and realize that your security is not in money. Your security is in your connection with your higher power and what it tells you to do. And when you follow those instructions, then you create value, and a side effect of that usually tends to be financial gain and abundance and prosperity. The next card is the Four of Swords, and this is about meditating and becoming enlightened. And usually it's about rest and preparing before you take action. But here, the Son of Swords, you can see this owl swooping in for the kill. There's no stopping that. That is reckless, that is fast, that's killer mode, that's precise, that's really just, I think it and I'm there. So you really have to think about the Son of Swords as, usually it's a young man on a horse and he's just, driving the horse to go as fast as it can. Sometimes it has wings. Here we've got an owl. So it's speed, it's really things happening very, very quickly, as fast as a thought can go in and out of your head. So these two are in opposition to each other because this is, I meditate, therefore I'm enlightened, and therefore I've got in touch with my inner child and I know who I truly am. It's also in conflict with this because my money in my life makes me secure. Therefore, I am Lady Grey and I get to have servants and I get to live in a castle and people have to address me as mum, and it's all very special and I'm very different. So money takes you away from the real you and innocence. And also, if you get away from the real you and your real center, you're likely today to rush into situations which really don't work out for you. The Son of Swords is always just recklessly, without thinking, like a bull in a china shop, just ramming in and just inserting the opinion that no one asked for and really getting involved in something that's very, whether it's important or not, it's totally side railed by the Son of Swords because he makes it all about him. So we've got two options here. Either you connect and you meditate and you kind of rest and learn to listen and become enlightened. That's the best option for the day. And try and find you have the opportunity to actually enjoy your finances and to let go any fears of losing what is, enjoying the security it gives you, but no longer being scared about losing all of that, because that's a different kind of poverty. Even if you've got $1 billion, but you're afraid of being homeless, that's the worst kind of poverty, because it just has nothing to do with reality. So you're able, remember, swords is thinking. You're able to declutter and cut away 4 and 4. It's so nice. You can cut all these cords that keep you in unhealthy financial patterns. So I cut the cord, the vows of poverty that I take, or I cut this cord which constantly keeps me afraid that I'm going to lose something. I'm going to cut this cord that my parents will think less of me if I'm a financial failure and if I go bankrupt. I'm going to cut those cords and just let it go. And I'm going to focus on my connection with my higher power, because that's where my power comes from. Now, the other side we've got there, if you don't meditate, if you don't stay in this place of peace and restfulness and ease, then you may turn into the Son of Swords and you may just take action which is reckless and not well thought out. You may also say things which you may regret later on and which you can't take back. Once, you've pierced and killed your prey, it's dead. You can't revive it. Be very careful about laying into other people today. Be careful about making an exposed video and pointing your finger at other people and saying, look how bad this person is. Whenever you point, this is such an old thing, but whenever you point your finger at someone, there are 3 fingers pointing back. So don't go around banging your drum and saying, I'm the moral authority today and I'm barging into everything and I'm going to fix everything. No, you're really going to learn if you do that today, because the owl is going to land on its face, hurt one of its wings, and then it's going to limp off. Okay? So that's not the winner. Neither is this. And the best you can do today is really use this energy, which seems threatening, but the lamb is totally at peace because it knows in spiritual truth nothing can harm it and it's invincible. And so are you. So today, remember, regardless of what's going on in your financial life, regardless of what's going on with other people in your life, arguments, things that need to be signed, the mantra for the day is keep it simple. Easy does it. One thing at a time. I'm focusing on myself, and if it doesn't sit right with me, I'm not going to do it. I'm also going to consider things before I say them. I'm going to think before I speak. I'm going to listen to my feelings, and I'm going to put the brakes on my mouth. I'm not going to have verbal diarrhea today, and I'm really going to think hard before I speak. And if I do have the time and the luxury to do a little bit of inner work, I could write a list of money frightens me because ... and then you make a list of why money frightens you. You use the energy of that lamb, the spiritual energy, to cut those cords, and you can change your finances today by doing inner work. And that's the direction I would like to guide you in. Do inner work today on financial hang-ups. Don't do outer work in terms of pointing your finger and telling other people what to do. They won't want to hear it. They won't change anyway, and it's just going to cause conflict. Another great resource I want to share with you, and I always share, is, and I should get part of the proceeds from this book because I mention it so often, but it is an amazing book. The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. It's a fabulous book which allows you to look at money from a spiritual perspective. And when you put too much, because when you see money as anything other than a spiritual energy, you give it too much importance and it starts to run your life. And when you connect with spirit, money becomes something that enables you to live your right life. It's a completely different attitude. So look at that book. I think it's like $7 on Amazon. It's fabulous. And there's also an audio, and he's got this really like old school, it's like a really old school recording. I think it was done in like the 70s or 80s. And it's this man with a very deep voice, and he says, "Believe in." It's really, but it's fun. It's great. It's a very. I used to listen to him every morning, there and back, from my way to school and back, and it was great. My driving library. I mentioned that the numbers are 9, and 9 is spirituality and completion. So spirit comes first today. That's where the sun shines. You can release this negative pattern. And please, stay off the social media in the sense of making controversial statements. Once, especially if you're a public figure and it counts, once you've said something dumb, it's said. Also in your family and your work, you don't want to be remembered as that guy who, said that 5 years ago. It was the dumbest thing we all ever heard. Okay, so I'm going to be really careful when I do my reading tomorrow. Have a wonderful day yourself. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. In my personal readings, I use the tarot and numerology, and the way I use the numbers in the tarot here, I use them in my private readings as well, but I combine it with the astrology. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can do sunrise or rectify your chart. Get in touch with me if you want me to work out your time of birth. That then gives me a blueprint of your soul, shows me where you've been in past lifetimes, what you're in this lifetime for, so your life purpose, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in love and romance and travel, career, personal development. You can ask me any questions, horoscope compatibility, anything like that we can look at. And we can also use the predictive astrology and the tarot to see what's coming up for you over the next couple of months and years in all areas of your life. So if you're interested, please order the reading on the website, gregoryscott.com. Remember to hit the subscribe button on this channel. I do live tarot readings on YouTube. I discovered that a couple of months ago. It had eluded me that I could do that before. So if you want to be notified when I come on live, then make sure you subscribe and the bell is on. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.